It's cold, but it's not as cold as it has been, so I'm excited. The sun is supposed to be out today, and we may get actually 58 to 61 degrees. So get excited. I gotta stay positive, gotta stay pumped up, because today's program is going to be depressing. It's going to be teaching me a lesson, Sherry. Don't sit at home and get bored and start shopping online, because you get a bunch of junk. You get a bunch of garbage. You get a bunch of overpriced junk. And I'm going to share that with y'all today. And I'm going to tell you where this stuff came from. And I'm also going to tell you that Christmas was a month ago. And I'm still fighting to try to get refunds or credit on my credit cards for absolute garbage that I ordered online. Absolute garbage. But as we progress through this mess of junk that I bought, I'm also going to show you how smart it is to shop locally. Shop locally for your eggs, your fresh eggs. Shop locally for your fresh honey. Shop locally for your hoodies. I bought everybody a hoodie from Malden's down in Canton because they do Christmas Pete. Give back to your community. Give back to those local merchants. Shop. Don't go in that big name coffee place. Go in those little coffee shops, whether it be in Jasper or Canton or Ball Ground. Go to the little coffee shops. Don't do the big ones. Don't do the big ones. Do the little ones. And try to support those families who live in your community. Now let's talk about our communities. They are growing. Yesterday I made a trip down to Alpharetta. I had a continuing ed class I had to take, and it was in Alpharetta. And everybody knows I don't like traffic. I don't like driving when the roads were a little bit slick yesterday. There was a little bit of ice in several places, and crazy, but it's because the rain the night before caused things to be glazed over. I don't like that either, but I went to Alpharetta, and to Andy Hartman, thank you for a good class. Good teaching, great lunch, we appreciate it, and a great time to get together and learn a little bit about the industry. According to statistics, home prices went up from 2019 to 2024. They went up as much as 29%, as much as 39% in a lot of areas. The problem being, so did the interest rate. So we know that it's changed the market. It's changed the market drastically. And when it changed the market drastically, in the state of Florida, the number that was thrown out, I hope this is correct because I've heard it 3 different times, 400,000 real estate agents did not renew their license last year because the sales were so bad. Now, Florida gets hit by hurricanes. It gets hit by all kinds of crazy weather that we don't normally get. They even had tornadoes. So it's been kind of weird for them and kind of hard. Their insurance rates have gone up, up, up. But so have ours. Everybody's has. We are looking at a different time in America, and we have to figure out how are we going to make it through until things do get better, and they are getting better. And I love, if you did not get to see the first White House, I love that press conference yesterday. That young lady is 27 years old, and she nailed it, and she put them all in the floor. She was amazing. She didn't have notes. She carried on conversations with all of them, and when they started saying, when are the egg prices going down? President Trump promised the egg prices would go down. Well, listen to you. Before that other administration left, they said, let's slaughter millions and millions of chickens that produce eggs. Now, right here, I have eggs, and we're going to talk about those in just a little bit. We're not going to talk about them yet, but I'm going to share with you. This is local eggs from Ball Ground, Georgia. And I'm going to tell you all about them in just a little bit, but I want to share the no-nos of shopping online. The no-nos on shopping online. Now this is a yes on shopping online because my friends bought me a Trumpy bear online, and he got here, he was what he was supposed to be, and he's been on the set with us for a long time, and he may be with us forever because I love Trumpy. But Trumpy is a bought online, and he's a good boy. He's a good boy. But then, this is probably my biggest lesson. This little bag came to me On my credit card, I was billed over $160. And this was supposed to be, I have really bad allergies, and I ordered this stuff when I was really, really sick and having a hard time breathing. And I thought, well, those are supposed to be hypoallergenic pillows. And I know I've stayed in really good hotels and they had amazing pillows, and it said this company produces the linens and the pillows for hotels. So I fell for this scam. And you see this bag? There aren't 2 pillows in here that cost me almost $170. But I did get a complimentary when you buy from Fluff Company, which is a total scam. When you buy from Fluff Company, you get hotel slippers. Now, when I show you this, you're going to crack up. I was about laying in the floor cackling until I realized that I didn't even get the pillows that were supposed to go with this. You see this? This is a piece of cardboard. It's complimentary house shoes when you spend almost $170 for 2 stupid pillows that never came. So I'm warning you, do not shop online if you don't know who you're buying from. This was an ad that popped up on Facebook. So Facebook and I are going to have a conversation. I want to know, how do they protect consumers? Because literally, y'all, this is what I got for $170. Now, see that? That's it. That's all that came. This bag, I have no idea what country it was even shipped from. Let's see if I can tell. No, I really can't tell. I would say they did not speak English though. And here you go. This is what I got for 170 bucks. I've been fighting online. I've waited 3 weeks to do this program because I said I wanted to make sure that I really did get scammed, and I really did. This is the ticket that they sent in there when they put it, Fluff Company, Fluff Hotel Slippers, luxurious spa slippers, luxurious. A piece of cardboard on the bottom of your feet, luxurious. Are you crazy? 170 bucks. So here you go. This is probably my most expensive failed shopping excursion ever. This one, I can't breathe today, y'all. See why I'm trying to get me some hyperallergenic pillows that didn't work? This one broke my heart. These, I'm glad you're not here and you can't smell this, because this is plastic. The advertisement on Facebook for this item said, I love Clark shoes. I wear Clark shoes a lot, but I buy them at Belk's or I buy them at Ross. I buy them locally. Should have done that, but this ad popped up on Facebook and I fell for it. And boy, did I fall for it, because not only did I buy 1 pair of these piece of crap plastic, y'all, these are plastic shoes. And I'm gonna open 1 pair of them. I can't remember if I had opened one or not. I bought brown and black both because it said they're insulated and they're good for winter, and it was cold and I'm outside selling real estate all the time. So I thought it would make sense. Y'all, this is so embarrassing. I'm a pretty smart chick, but I'm a stupid online shopper. It said these were made by Clark's. There's nothing that indicates Clark's on here. All that it indicates is a foreign country. And honestly, Aaron is standing over there near me. He probably can smell this plastic. It stinks so bad that I've kept it in the back of my car to bring it over here. I wouldn't even let it ride up there in the front seat with me. But these were supposed to be, and they really looked cute on the ad, and it did say Clark's. Nowhere on this shoe does it say Clark's. It doesn't say Clark's. It's not manufactured by Clark's. It's not the right size. They run really, really small. And they stink, and they don't just stink, they really, really stink. So not only do I have 1 pair of these awful shoes, and see the bottom? It's supposed to say Clark's on there, because Clark's shoes always do. They have their label on there. I don't have 1 pair of these suckers. I have 2 pair of them. And there they are. And this was right at $100. So this is another $100. Blown up a hog's tail, as my granny would say. And this is what's so disgusting. This says last mile parcel. It says it came through Atlanta, but it came from Rancho Cucamonga, California, which means it was shipped from Taiwan to California From California, it was shipped to Atlanta and to me. It's not leather, it's only plastic, it's not the correct size, and it is a piece of crap. So there's $100. $100. That made me sick. Now, these are exactly as I ordered. And I ordered these. They are made in America, made in Orlando, Florida. And I ordered them. This is what my kids got for Christmas. They all got Trump socks. And I told them, I said, I'm serious. Y'all are getting a hoodie from Malden's Body Shop down in Canton, and you're getting Trump socks. That's what I gave for gifts. And these are good, locally made in Orlando, Florida socks. So I would do this again. I would do this again. But this one, this is a lesson. If you shop, and I shop online a lot. I actually buy my makeup online now. And I have for probably 15 years. I was paying $40 for it. It's now $21. I buy it on eBay, and I buy it with, eBay has buyer guaranteed marketing. And if it's not what it's supposed to be, you can file a claim and get your money back. Now, as my sister-in-law used to say, you always wear those old lady shoes. Well, I wear those old lady shoes because I'm an old lady and they're comfortable. And when I stand up, they feel really, really good. These are SASs. If I walked into Dawsonville and bought these shoes today, they would be about $169. These are SAS. They are made in America in San Antonio, Texas. I bought them off eBay. They're perfect shoes, but they're sized wrong. So they're too narrow, and the gentleman was very, very nice about it. He gave me a refund, but again, this was shopping eBay where you have seller-buyer protection. And I had the buyer protection. And so I have these wonderful shoes that I do love, and if any of y'all wear a 9.5 narrow, I'd be happy to bless you with them because they don't fit me. They're too small. And he did give me a refund, and he said don't return them. So I didn't return them. So I have these shoes, and I would love to share them with somebody. So if you wear a 9.5 narrow and you like SASs, again, these shoes are about $159 in Dawsonville at the outlet store. And they are brand new. They are great shoes. They will last you forever. They make fun of me because I have SAS I've been wearing for 24 years. 24 years. They don't change. They don't fall apart. These are made in America shoes, but it says a 9.5 medium. They're not. They're evidently sized wrong. So they were probably from the outlet and they were sized wrong. But if you can wear, if you'll get in touch with me on Facebook or any other way you want to get in touch with me, I will bless you with some very good shoes, but you got to wear a narrow. Now, we're going to take a commercial break because we need a knife up here so I can open this, because this is my biggest disappointment in all of my shopping. So we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to show you something that I wasted $550 for. Online shopping is not what it's cracked up to be unless you know who you're buying from. And I'm guilty. I was bored, it was cold, it was rainy, miserable. I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to do anything crazy. So I ordered some gifts online. I will not be giving this as gifts. And it was so bad because I bought 8 of them. I think I bought a total of 8. And it was crazy because I had it all planned. I was going to give them as gifts. No. Once I opened the first one and saw what it was, I said, I'm not giving that to anybody. So I'm using them myself. When I have little events, I use them myself. But when I give them as a gift, never. The bad thing about this one is it said that it came from it says Christian company, Prayer Gifts. Prayer Gifts. Okay. Everybody knows I'm a Christian. I like giving things that represent the Lord. This in no way represents the Lord. And when we get back, we're gonna do the commercial break, and then I'm gonna get a knife so I can open this and show you exactly what I wasted. Actually, 2, 4, 6. I only bought 6 of them, so 6 times 50, about $300, not $500. So, but it was supposed to have more stuff with it, and I'll share that with you when I open it in front of you, because when I opened it, I thought, oh, they left something out. So I called the company, and they said, oh, no, that part comes separately. No, not according to your advertisement, it didn't. So we're going to share that with you. But we're going to take a commercial break, and I'm going to tell you, speaking of commercials, One of our lifelong friends, WLJA, has just been sold. And we all knew that when Byron passed away, possibility would be that the programming would change, things would change, and possibly a new buyer. And Randy's been there forever, and Randy was the owner or one of the owners. And when we think about this, I don't like change, and I know y'all don't like change, and I'm hearing from a lot of y'all, but let's give the Pulse a chance, and let's see if they bring on that gospel music we like, if they bring on that local news that we like. I know that they've already dropped the obituaries, and a lot of people are sad about that. But our funeral homes offer that call and get the obituary. You can call and listen to them. Maybe they'll start, I know the newspapers print the obituaries, but it's just time for change. And we knew when Byron left that things might change, and they are, but let's give them a chance and let's listen. I loved that a couple of weeks ago they were playing old Motown as I was driving to work one day, and I was kind of like, oh, I like this music, that's pretty cool. Today they're playing a little bit of the contemporary gospel music, and they're playing a little bit of the old gospel music. So let's give them a chance. Don't panic yet. Let's try to hold on, and please, their sponsors are local businesses. We need to support these local businesses because you've seen what shopping abroad, and see, this one says it was coming from Clinton, Tennessee. No, it did not. This one said it was Clark's, which is local company. No, it was not. This one is a good American company, but, it didn't fit because it was sized wrong. And this is a nightmare and a joke. And the pillows never came. All I got was that stupid cardboard pair of shoes. So we're going to learn. But when we come back, I'm going to open this in front of you and show you what my biggest disappointment was, because I shopped early to have this for gifts for December 7th for an event. I did not give these as gifts, and I'll explain that when we get back.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy told him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
I've embarrassed myself totally by showing you that I bought junk, I bought junk, I bought junk. I'm going to show you what this one is. The only really good thing, and again, let's go back to eBay. eBay does have buyer-seller protection. So, you can't really get scammed, but I got to thinking about this. I shipped a dress to a lady about 6 months ago, and I sent it to her address. It said it was delivered. Well, she promised that it never was, and it was $39. It was actually a $120 dress, brand new with the tag still on it. And she said that she never got it, so she got a credit back. So it cost me $39 plus the shipping because eBay does have buyer-seller protection. I agree, and I'm glad that they do have that because it's like these shoes. The man gave me a refund immediately because they were sized wrong. They were sized wrong, but it wasn't his fault because he probably bought them at the outlet store and he didn't know that they were sized wrong, so he had to give me a credit for them. And again, I'm willing to share those shoes with anybody who can wear them. But that doesn't always work. And this, excuse me, this one is one, everything that I bought, I used a credit card. I didn't use a debit card because I didn't want the money taken out of my account because quite honestly, I didn't trust any of the stuff that I was buying online. I was still a little bit worried about it and thinking, I'm not sure about this. Even though these shoes said Clark's, they have nothing to do with Clark's. They have nothing to do with leather. They have nothing to do with, they're not warm shoes that you would wear in the winter. And that's what the advertisement said. All of that was a lie. This was a lie. This one wasn't a lie because he didn't know, and he did give me a credit back. But this one, this was something, I'm really embarrassed about this one because I bought several of these because I thought, this is so cute. That's the perfect gift for some of my clients. Well, there's no way. I love my clients. There's no way I would give this gift to them. I will use it at events that we have, and I will, you know, I will use it, but I certainly won't give it. Now, again, the advertisement said that it was going to be coming from a place called Prayer Gifts and based out of Tennessee. Wrong. This is based out of Hong Kong. And it has nothing to do with Tennessee or Christ or anything else good. And it's a piece of junk. And these cost me about $50 a piece. And I bought a bunch of them because I thought they were going to be such cute gifts that it would just be perfect. Wrong, junk, garbage. And I was so embarrassed when I opened the first one. I never even opened the rest of them. So this was supposed to have had, according to their ad, this was a beautiful cutlery tray that you do for charcuterie, and I was going to do a Christmas event with all of our clients, and then I was going to give each one of these customized things that I paid. I think they were $55. Maybe that included shipping, but anyway, this is what it turned out. I have a beautiful charcuterie board that a gentleman in Blue Ridge, Georgia made me. Okay, this was supposed to have had a drawer that pulls out and had all this cutlery in there so you could use it as a gift. These are plastic, cheap plastic. This is a piece of board. We have construction sites all over Ball Ground where we're building new houses. I could go to any construction site and I could get this piece of wood and I could put some varnish over it, and I could go to Goodwill and I could buy these stupid little plastic bowls. See this? Plastic bowls. This is a tiny piece of, what do you call that, slate. And the first one I opened, dropped it and broke the slate immediately. So, but this is certainly not worth $55. And literally, if you're a wood craftsman, you know that this is just a piece of trash wood. I mean, that's all I can say about it. It's a piece of trash wood. And any halfway craftsman with a saw could have made this. And it was over $50. So embarrassed. I was not only embarrassed, I was really angry. And I will use these for simple events that we have at the office just because I've got all this money tied up in it. But no, that is not something I would give as a gift. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't pay $55 for it. But it was supposed to have had a little drawer here and you pull out a tray. And it looked like it was a big something that you could do a charcuterie board. You couldn't put squat on here to feed people. They'd starve to death if you did this for a charcuterie. So it's just a waste of money. And again, it's a lesson learned. It's a little piece of scrap wood. So if you guys are sitting at home and you're builders and you've got some scrap wood, hey, make some of these and sell them locally, but do a good job with it. And this wasn't, you know, and I hate it. And the thing that I really hated about it, it said it was some kind of certain wood. I have no idea what this wood is. I don't know. I have no idea. But disappointed, beyond disappointed, beyond disappointed. Now, let's go to good news, because we're going to go to good news of shopping locally. Shopping locally. If you shop locally and you buy eggs in Ball Ground, Georgia, you go to Two Little Hands Farm and you get eggs that came out of the chicken 1 to 3 days ago. If you go in any of our chain stores, look at those beautiful eggs. This is a local Ball Ground farm that produces these beautiful eggs, and it started with 2 little girls and their parents, and they do blueberries, they do eggs, they're going to be doing strawberries, they're going to do sunflowers, they're going to do pumpkins, they're going to do all kinds of things starting this year. Buy locally, shop locally. If you need honey, don't walk in the grocery store and buy something that says local honey. Go to your local farmer's market and buy what is truly local honey, because you can make a difference in your own diet if you put it in your tea, if you add it to some peanut butter and stir it up with honey. Makes a good high protein little snack. But again, local eggs. And this little farm is located right at the corner of Old Dawsonville and Roy Haynes Drive, right outside Ball Ground. It's like 2 blocks outside Ball Ground downtown. And you can pick up these eggs. They're $6 a dozen. But would I rather pay $6 a dozen for a local family-run farm, or would I want to get some of those eggs that came from Lord only knows where and cost me $4.95 a dozen? This is $1 more, but it is knowing what you are putting in your body. And that's what is so important. So many people are buying these eggs. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up the volume. But again, it is a local farm, and it is called Two Little Hands Farm. And these eggs, it has the date on it that they were produced, 1/28/25. Go to your grocery store and see if you can find any date that is within 30 days. I very much doubt it. So, but this is local, farm fresh. I love that they're pink cartons. I think that's the coolest thing ever. And thank you to John, our neighbor, who gave me these. These were a gift, and just the sweetest thing. And he goes over there, he and his family buy these eggs all the time. And so he was going by to pick up some, and I said, oh, that's so cool. So he got me some, and thank you very much. So this is shopping locally. It is spending your money wisely. This was spending money wisely because I got something that everybody got a kick out of, and I made them all learn how to do the Trump dance. So we're going to share some pictures, speaking of Trump, of the inauguration. Our friend Melinda Mullinak's got to go. She got to be there, and I'm so excited. Y'all got to see her here on the set with me many times. As we talked about, we represented the Trump 47 team. We were captains of the team. We spent a lot of time and a lot of energy making sure that you got the word out about our president. And this is some of her photography that we are so honored to be able to share. It was such a cool event, and I'm so glad that she got to be there. She did say it was miserably cold as they stood in line from the wee hours of the morning until about 1 or 2 o'clock when they finally got to go into the arena. The arena had 2-day notice to get this place ready, and they nailed it. They did a beautiful job. And there's Kash Patel, who's about to be confirmed, and I'm so excited because he's a bad one. He's going to be so good at doing what he does, because he's going to make them toe the rope. This is going to be really cool for America. And when Melinda got to be there, she got to be up close and personal and seeing and feeling the vibes in the air. There was so much happiness and so much joy in the air. And she said, you know, people were there from everywhere. And from old folks to young folks, they stood out there in the cold and they waited because the event had to be moved inside because of the frigid, dangerously cold temperatures. And I'm so glad they did it. And I don't know what y'all think, but I think that one day Barron Trump will probably be president in about 25 years. So we'll see. And there's Elon, who has already saved a bunch of money. It's a sight in this world. I've been keeping a tally, and we're up to about $300 billion that they're already saving by slicing, dicing, and chopping. And they're not chopping any of the things that go directly in our pockets. They are chopping waste. And the waste, when you read the documentaries of where the waste is coming from, it will absolutely blow your mind that our government has been wasting that kind of money. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see the dollar amount that we don't have to send to D.C. One of my favorite things that they're talking about is doing away with the IRS. I think that would be just fantastic, because then you could pay your taxes according to how you shop. If you shop a lot and you spend a lot of money and then you pay sales tax, it would be a national tax. There's Miss Melinda. That is so cool. That is so exciting to see her there. I'm so glad that she got to go. And boy, you talk about a loyalist. Now, she is loyal to the Republican Party and loyal to our president, and it was just so cool to be able to share this stuff. She was more than excited, just absolutely more than excited. And yeah, it was cold and it was miserable, and I'm so glad they moved it inside, because it would not have been good for anybody to stand out in that kind of cold. But they did it, and to the Capital One Arena, you talk about pulling off a miracle. They really did pull off a miracle. They didn't have one event in there. In 2 days, they had 2 events that they had to start, stop, get things ready. So they had the indoor parade, which was really cool, because there were bands who came from all across the nation who would have been outside performing, and they got to do it inside. So they didn't have to deal with all that terrible cold. And that is probably one of my favorite shots, because he said from day one he would be changing things, and he certainly did. So to our president, I say thank you very much for promises made, promises kept, and he is keeping promises. There have been so many murderers, rapists, child molesters picked up. They are being deported, and yeah, those countries that didn't want to take them back are taking them back. So they're taking them back because they don't have a choice. They take them back or they're going to lose a whole lot of money. So it's going to be really, really cool. And when you look at the family that represents America today, from the Vance family to the Trump family, what opposite, polar opposites. And that, my buddy, Miss Sweet Bonnie, made me that and sent it to me yesterday. I have in my hand a tiny, tiny Coca-Cola glass from 1953. And I said what I would give to be able to find one of those original little bitty Coca-Cola glasses that is in my hand at the pharmacy at the corner of Piedmont and 10th in Atlanta. If you are a Coca-Cola collector and you have one of those small Coke glasses, I want to buy one. My brothers told me that I was going to be barking up a hard tree to climb, because they said that's one of the most desirable Coke glasses in the world. And I haven't been able to find one of those, but it's a very small Coca-Cola glass. And that was, again, 1953. So that's been a while. That's been a day or two. This is Malone's Pond, and the progress we are making. Thank goodness the weather's going to be breaking, and today through Saturday we're going to have some decent temperatures. We've got new homes almost ready. It's exciting. I don't know what color that one's going to be painted, but it's going to be interesting. That's the Vinings, and it's a really, really pretty house. It's like 2,700 square feet, and it's on a beautiful lot with a beautiful view. Actually, there's the backyard of something I know well. But it is crazy, y'all. Spring is coming. It's coming. We've had that bad 10 to 12 days that we were all going, oh, no, 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 but spring's coming. And with that, there will be flowers blooming. There's that Vinings, and it's going to be a really pretty house, and it's exciting. I don't know what color it's going to be yet, so I'm excited to see. It has a beautiful deck off the back, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. And that is the Trenton. I really, really love that house. It has 2 decks off the back and has a little sitting area beside the fireplace inside that I said that would be my little corner where I would sit and either watch TV or just look out the window, because it's got a beautiful view, and that's what it's about. It's about spring is here, and thank goodness our builders have been able to build almost every day, and this is closing very soon. If you are looking for a beautiful floor plan, this is the Evans. The Evans is our #1 seller. It is a beautiful floor plan that's about 3,500 square feet. We do it in 5 different elevations, and it is an award-winning home. It is absolutely fantastic. And that one it belongs to a very, very special couple. I can't wait to see them move in. And there again, there's what Bonnie did, and there's that little Coca-Cola glass in my hand, and you can see how small it is. But that's what I'm looking for. So if you are a Coca-Cola collector, I would love to have that glass as a keepsake just for me, because I still have the little coat that's laying over the bar stool there. And I would love to have that glass to sit with that little coat. I think that would be really, really sweet. Today, in honor of WLJA and all of the great gospel music they've brought us over the many, many years, I'm going to share some of the music that was often played at WLJA. Bill Sinyard's music was played, and Angel Spirit's music was played, and so we're going to share one of my favorites, and this is Sweet Selena and Mildred and Diane as they stepped up on stage in Jasper, Georgia, and did a song that was written by Marie Scott. Marie Scott was a school bus driver who drove a bus for many, many years, and she actually wrote this song, pulled over on the side of the road and told one of her kids, hey, write this down as I'm saying it, and they did. And that's where this song came from. It has touched many, many lives, and I know every time I post it, I get messages from people who say, hey, how can we get a copy of this? This is how you get a copy of it. Right now, if you have DVR, hit your DVR. And once we leave here, it will go to YouTube, and then you can grab a copy of it. But it is so cool to have still local gospel music. So here we go to Angel Spirit.
More days, it'll all be over. Just a few more days, and we'll sit down. Just a few more days, and we'll see Jesus Christ, my Lord did say. I heard him say, just a few more days. As I journey through this life with its trouble, toil, and strife, though the road gets rough and hard to bear, then I just fall on bended knees and I ask the Lord to please help me make it, Lord, to understand.
When I lay the old cross down to put on my robe and crown, and I walk on streets of purest gold, and I'll see my mom and dad and some friends I always had, but best of all, I'll see my Lord when I get home. Oh, I know it won't be long till I reach my brand new home, there to rest from all the troubles of this life, where we'll sing and we'll shout, never more to wear out. Oh, won't that be a happy time when we get home? Just a few more days, it'll all be over, all be over. Just a few more days, and we'll sit down, Just a few more days, and we'll see Jesus Christ, my Lord. My Lord did say, I heard him say, just a few more days. Just a few more days, and we'll see Jesus Christ, my Lord. My Lord did say, I heard him say, just a few more days.
Looking at those 3 women, my gosh, Sweet Mildred is still among the living, and she's doing well. And you know, when I look at that, I think about, she was the one that was having health issues. She was having a lot of breathing problems. And for her to get up there and sing those beautiful words and that beautiful voice, it touches my heart every single time. I'll tell you something else that touches my heart. One day here in the studio, we had Marie Scott here, and we didn't know at that time that she was beginning the very long and hard trip of battling Alzheimer's. She started with just dementia and a little of this, a little of that, and it just blossomed. And I've asked all of y'all on Facebook to please pray for a very, very special family over in Alabama. These folks have been friends of mine for almost 40 years. And they taught Sunday school, sang in church, did for their community, gave to others, and did for others. And now, as he is sadly losing a battle with dementia, his precious wife is sitting there watching him every single day. He doesn't remember who she is. Is she his sister? Is she his wife? Is he who? He doesn't remember. That can happen to any of us at any moment. So today, in honor of anybody who is fighting dementia, in honor of anybody who is a caregiver with somebody who is fighting dementia, it has to be the hardest battle ever. You don't know how long it's going to last. It can last 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. It can last up to 12 years. We have seen that happen. But if you are a caregiver, know that there are prayers going out for you every single day. And would y'all all stop today and say a little prayer, because my dear friends, they are facing a tough, tough battle. She's a very, very special lady, and he's a very special gentleman. And the last time I saw him was 3 years ago, and he had just been diagnosed. And I knew then something was missing. Something wasn't just right. He wasn't responding to the questions that we asked and talked about. We knew that something was wrong. So that battle could start today, and it could last a year, 2 years, 3 years, or as much as 12 years. So if you are facing that, know that you are not alone. There's so many caregivers out there who see their loved ones slip away. And the day that Marie was here in the studio, we had no idea that that process and that long trip was happening for her, but here we go. Okay, today's program could be called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly because we've got the good right here, the good eggs, and I was looking at this. It actually has a date. The eggs were laid on January the 25th and they were purchased on 1/28. So within 3 days, you have local, good, harvested eggs. Or you can go in a store, and if you walk in the big box store like I did, and I bought eggs, and I thought to myself when I got home with them, there ain't no telling where these came from and what happened with them. And then, like Jesus heard me talking about it, here come in the door John with me some eggs, and I thought, how cool is that? But again, this little farm is right on the corner of Roy Haynes Drive and Old Dawsonville, right in the heart of downtown Ball Grounds. So you can pick up some eggs, and it's Two Little Hands Farm. So if you're looking, I think their address is something like 671 maybe, Old Dawsonville Road, but it's right there on the corner. And there's our good. Here's our bad. Here's our ugly. Now that just made me mad. That was a lot of money blown, a lot of money blown. And this is the worst purchase yet. That's just plastic garbage, just absolute plastic garbage. So we've had the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now we're going to go to the pretty. We're going to go to Bill Sinyard, because you know how he used to give me fits about my makeup, and he's the one that named my makeup Sherry Stay Makeup. And he's the reason that after, God, I've worn it for 40 years, I now buy it discounted on eBay. It's still brand new in the pack, just like I would buy it in the store, but it's probably a 6-month gig where if you walk in the store, it may be a little bit fresher, I don't know. But I buy 2 of these a year, and I use them all the time, have forever, and it is available on eBay. Again, with eBay, you get that buyer-seller protection. So if you're sitting at home and you want to shop a little bit online, you still can. But please be cautious, be careful. Don't make this mistake I made. Certainly don't make this mistake I made. That was awful. And this, I just want to smack myself because that's just ridiculous. And because I like the shoes, I like Clark's shoes, and it had Clark's name on it, I thought, oh, that's awesome. That's a great buy. They're only $49. Wrong. This is plastic. This is just trash plastic. Garbage, garbage, garbage. But we're going to go now to Purdy. Oh, Purdy Bill Sinyard. He's a local boy, sang lead for a gospel group, and you know who named that group? I did. First Mountain City Quartet. You know who named Angel Spirit? I did. I don't know how I came up with those names, but I do know how I came up with Angel Spirit. Charlene had a beautiful, beautiful angel collection, and as we were filming a very early Heart of the Home, Selena and Diane and Mildred were standing there about to do their first song, and my producer took his headset off and he said, "What's the name of your group?" And they said, "We don't have a name." And I looked at him and I said, "Yes, you do. Look behind you. You're Angel Spirit." And that's how it started. We're going to share a little bit of Bill Sinyard. He's not singing lead anymore with the group because the group has kind of retired. But if you'd like for him to come and sing at your church, he would be happy to. So you can pick up the phone and call him, or you can get in touch with his wife, Melissa, on Facebook. So here we go to a little bit of that sweet Bill Sinyard.
O Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. when I think that God, his Son not sparing, sent him to die. I scarce can take it in, that on the cross, my burdens gladly bearing, he bled and died to take away my sin. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When Christ shall come with shout of acclamation and take me home, what joy shall fill my heart? Then I shall bow in humble adoration and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art.
If you're lucky, you're going to get to see Bill Sinyard in the near future. Okay, we talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly. We got the bad, we got the ugly, we got the made me mad stuff, but don't forget, we've got the good. And the goods are local products. Check out any of your local area, whether it be market or home farms or whatever, and go by and support these local folks. This is Two Little Hands Farm, and again, it is at the corner of Roy Haynes Drive and Old Dawsonville in downtown Ball Ground. And this, I want to give you the name of this sock company. It's rockem.com, ROCKEM.com. And this is where I got, and everybody loved these socks. It made everybody laugh, and it was just a good time. And don't forget, if you are shopping on eBay, you do have that buyer-seller protection, which sometimes works in your favor, sometimes not always. But so far, so good for me, except that one dress that I know the lady got because it said she signed for it. I didn't get my money back. We went back round and round for over a year, and I lost about $40. So $40 compared to what I've lost right here is a walk in the park. So shop wisely, be careful. Local stuff. Now locally, you're going to have some new CDs to buy in the near future because the old man from the mountain has come out of the woods and he is getting things done. He's got over 60 songs mastered now. He's ready to throw them to CDs, and so you are going to get some CDs, but now I'm going to take you back to that song. When I heard it, I said, "You didn't write that, did you?" And he said, "Well, I reckon I did." So we're going to end today with "I've Been Wrong Before" by Mr. Ellijay. Local all the way. He's about just as local as you can get, Gilmer County. Here we go. "I've Been Wrong Before."
says it's foreclosing and the pickup needs repair. The LP tank's on zero and my wheel is almost there. The hope I had left with you when you walked out the door, I would say things can't get worse, but I've been wrong before. The postman brought a letter. He said he needs my signature. He don't know you had to go and the way you left me here. I told him I don't love you, oh, but the Lord knows I still do. And he knows just what I feel inside and the things I'm going through. My brother said there's a bottle that'll make this go away. I could drink until it's over or until my dying day. I could do all this and tell myself I don't care anymore. And I could hope it don't get worse again, but I've been wrong before. Left a message on my phone. I called